What's up, everybody? D-Style here. Holy shit. Huh? I mean, holy shit. What an episode. Very interesting episode. I um I gotta say, um I enjoyed this one. There was talks about how somehow it got leaked and people were had already seen the leaked episode, and those people were saying like, oh my god, this was the best episode we've ever seen, and it's better than Battle of the Bastards. And I don't know about that. But I still think the Battle of the Bastards had the best fight scenes ever, as battle scenes, I should say. All right, but this was pretty good too. All right. So Jon Snow, let's go over some stuff here. First of all, let's cover this one first. Ira arrives to Winterfell. The guards didn't know who she was, and Sansa later finds her. They're seeing that their father's, statue or tombstone or whatever, and they embrace. Ira, meets Bran for the first time in years. Notices something wrong with Bran. They're kind of acknowledging that he's having visions now. Um, Littlefinger gave Bran the dagger. What's he planning with all that? I don't know. Bran gave the dagger to Ira Stark. Ira did like a I get some sparring with what's her name, Brienne, and showed off her fighting skills, I guess you can say. And I just want to make sure I don't leave anything out here. Littlefinger, the little fucking weasel. Okay, that damn weasel. Okay, he was I don't know, man. There's something weird about that guy. Like he's up to no good. Like someone's gonna die because of that guy before the season's over. Mark my words. All right. And it's gonna be one of the characters we like. But I hope he fucking dies. Bran knows everything about Littlefinger now, so we'll see, man. They're going somewhere with it. Um, that's it at Winterfell. I don't think I'm missing anything there. Also, um, they had that scene where the Tarleys were kind of, or the son that is, was kind of upset. You know what I mean? That they had to take out their main house, and he said a lot of these people were his friends, and stuff like that. And so that was interesting, and it could kind of it makes sense to kind of to a certain degree point that out. You know, um, all the gold was being taken to King's Landing, and that's what they were going to pay. They were used to pay off a huge chunk of the loan that they owed to the Iron Bank, so the Iron Bank could be on their side now. With Cersei was still talking to the Iron Bank guy, um, and she just made that clear, and he was like, yeah, we're going to be on your side, blah 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 blah. Okay. um, Jon Snow found the dragon glass. They found the cave. There was um, some like old what do they call them again? I forgot the term for it. Hieroglyphics or something like that. Like from the children of the forest, and it had pictures of like humans, and I thought it was kind of simplistic, and I don't know. Okay, and and it had like the White Walkers in the cave. I was just like, all right, okay, right. Um, and I guess very important here. Did Jon Snow bend the knee? Because she was telling him, "I'll help you if you bend the knee." Right? She said, "Is your pride more important than protecting your people?" You can't defeat the army of the dead without my help. So it looks like she's believing him. Maybe skeptical still, but she wants him to bend the knee. But they didn't show that. They didn't show when he bent the knee, right? Would I have bent the knee if I'm King of the North? I don't know. That's a tough situation. That's a tough situation to be in. But did Jon Snow bend the knee? I think he did. I didn't say he did, but it looks like he did. Right? It's because I don't know. She seemed kind of content, because she seemed really content when he walked out of that cave. So either he bent the knee or they got it on. And her hair was still straight, so he probably bent the knee, right? But that's that. And by the way, I think Jon Snow and Daenerys are gonna. I don't know. I think they're gonna hook up before this whole thing's over. They're gonna hook up, right? It's kind of weird because she's technically his aunt. You know what I mean? So maybe it won't happen. But I mean, they have brothers and sisters fucked in that show, right? So, hey. Another interesting, thing to point out here is before I get to the part I want to get to, the fucking weasel, man. The what's his name? I forgot his name. The dickless guy. They shoved off his dick. All right. I can't believe it. Theon. Theon shows up with a few salesmen that they got left. The one ship they got, right? And he shows up. He's like, "Oh, I was hoping the queen could help us, get my sister back." And and it's kind of clear that everybody kind of knows he abandoned his sister and he was a coward. And Jon Snow grabs him. He just grabs him and basically says, if you didn't do what he did for Sansa, I would fucking kill you right now, right? I'm surprised he didn't sock him in the face at this one time, right? But that's that. And I know a lot of people are like, man, poor Theon, leave the guy alone. He can't catch a break. But what he did when he betrayed Robb was fucked up, okay? And if he had never betrayed Robb, the Starks would have won that war. Robb Stark would still be alive, and more than likely, Catelyn will still be alive. So it's he kind of put him in a really, really tough spot, and Theon is responsible for that. Theon was not planning on becoming friends with the Starks again, right? He was trying to become king of the Iron Islands, and he was killing some northern people. So let's not forget, although he was tortured and all that, let's not forget some of the fucked up shit that he did, right? Now, with all that said, and that's, of course, when Jon Snow tells him the queen isn't here, and Theon says, well, where'd they go? And then they zoom in, right, over at the Reach, where the Lannisters are traveling in all these wagons, right? And kind of figured it was going to happen. When the guy from there's a thing called foreshadowing in shows and movies, and they made it obvious, right? They made it extremely obvious, because when the Iron Bank guy and Cersei kept talking about the importance of the money and the importance of the loan, and we're going to pay you in full. Once the money is here, she said. Once they kept saying that, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, once we get this, our money paid, the Iron Bank will 100% be on your side. It's something told me, all right, that money ain't going to arrive. Like, that money is not going to get there. And they put a lot of emphasis, right? They showed the gold and in the wagons earlier. You know what I mean? And then they showed the Lannisters like chilling and relaxing. And I just thought to myself, oh, they're going to get ambushed. Like it's an ambush is coming, and they're making it obvious. And she's got a dragon, and she's going to burn down those fucking wagons. I knew that was going to happen. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Foreshadowing isn't necessarily wrong, but I kind of like it when they foreshadow something, but something else happens. That's called a swerve. But they've been doing that less and less, you know. Um, so they hear the Rocky horde coming, right? It's rattling the ground, man. They're coming and they're freaking horses. They're making noises. The Lannisters, they're like, holy shit. Some of them were probably putting their shields on, helmets on. Where's my spear? You know, where's my shield? Get in position. Get in position. I mean, they were just trying to get in position. You know, it's the fastest they could. You know, caught off guard. And here comes the fucking Dothraki horde with a type of war tactic that they've never ever encountered. Right? I mean, this is an enemy that is different than the Knights of Westeros. Like they don't fight the same. You know, so I could compare it a lot to, you know, when like if you think about when the Redcoats, when the British Empire was ruling everything, you know, they had a certain way that they would fight war, a very organized type of way. And then when the revolution started, right, the the rebels or the Americans, okay, the colonies had developed a style of fighting battle that was like more guerrilla warfare like ambushing, you know, and they had developed that from the Native Americans, only with weapons, you know, and the British just weren't ready for that. So it's kind of similar here. Like they were going to line up and, you know, and then meet you in the middle of the field to talk about stuff and see if you could work out a deal and, you know, and then, okay, now we're going to first shoot arrows and then you shoot arrows and then, you know, and then we'll send one wave and you send another wave and then, you know, no. That's not that's not what's happening here. We're gonna just ambush you. If you don't have your spear ready, then that's your problem. You don't got your sword ready, it ain't my problem, right? You're relaxing one moment, then all of a sudden you gotta get ready for a fucking war to fight for your life. Okay, that's your fucking problem. They showed up in a complete ambush. They got ready the best they could, and what really threw them off was, you know, they had a good plan. Right? They had the shields, they had the the spears. Now that wasn't going to hold off the entire horde. Okay, it just wasn't. But once the dragon came, that I mean, you know, it's a wrap, man. Okay. I kind of wish they had maybe developed like I don't know, something that you could kind of hang on to, kind of like they put on horses. I don't know what the fuck you call that shit. It looks kind of weird that she's just on a fucking dragon, you know, with nothing there to like, you know, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But anyway, nitpicking here. She shows up, boom, fire. I mean, just burns down a whole line of fucking soldiers, and then proceeds to start burning down. Okay, all the wagons. Okay, starts burning down all the wagons she sees. Right, which has all the fucking gold, by the way, that Cersei needs to pay the Iron Bank, and before they can start funding her for the war. And there goes that. And that's again, they foreshadowed it. Like whenever they start saying stuff, when you're like, okay, I get it, like, but they keep bringing it up over and over again. Like, okay, I get it. You have to pay the Iron Bank. All right. Okay, I get it. Like the more that happens, you know, the more they're making it obvious that they're kind of telling you what's going to happen. Right. So she burns down all the wagons. Boom, 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 boom. While the Dothraki start attacking the soldiers. So there goes that, man. I mean, that's a lot of those wagons probably have food, and, a lot of harvest, and just things they need, right? Now, I am going to be critical of two things, all right? And I forgot the name of the guy, man. But there's so many characters in fucking Game of Thrones, and then name I don't know. But the one the guy that used to be best friends with Tyrion, right? And now he's working for, is it Bronn? Is that his name? We'll call him Bronn. I might be wrong about that, but I believe that's his name, right? The soldiers are getting burned down. The Thraki, they're getting through, right? And like I said, they're not normal, like, Westerosi knights here. Okay, Westerosi, um, you know, uh, fleets here. I mean, these guys were, on horseback, on the side of a fucking horse, and it's just, crazy shit. Right, standing on horses and shooting arrows, and it's just, that's just not something you're really prepared for. It's just not. So they're like, they tear through those fucking walls. They kill some of the horses, some of the first wave that came. And another thing about these guys is the Dothraki, like, these fuckers, like, they don't fear death, right? Like, they don't fear death at all. It's at no point are they fucking scared, or, it's the way they're raised. I mean, like, they kill each other at weddings and shit. Like, it's fighting to the death is like a thing that they do, and it's an honorable thing to fight for the death. So like that. A lot of these Lannisters, once the lost cause was lost, I mean, they were running away, they were running scared. That one dude tells Tyrion, like, man, your people can't fight, because all they saw was them running away, getting their their necks slit and all this shit. Credit to Jaime. Jaime was fighting, man, with a. He no longer has his good hand, but he was still killing some of the Thraki guys, and one almost got him, but the dude got caught from behind by the Tarly's son, and it's so Jaime was trying to do his best. Bronn was too. Bronn, like, here's my first critical part, right? Jaime had like 10 archmen, right? Point arrows to the air, right? To get the dragon. Like, oh yeah, point the arrows in the air, and like, which obviously did nothing to the fucking dragon, right? And when Bronn found you're the fucking general of the army, and Tarly also, he's supposed to be this grand general, right? The moment you see the foreign enemy coming, the moment, you should have a dude already trained and ready, right, to have that fucking weapon, whatever the fuck that thing is, okay? What do you even call that thing? I don't know. That shoots that big fucking giant arrow in the air. You should already have somebody set and ready, especially once you hear a fucking dragon. You should be able to give a signal right away. Somebody go get that thing. Immediately. He's over here having dudes like shooting regular arrows at a fucking dragon. Like, are you shitting me? And they were obviously aware of it, because Bronn was running towards that thing, right? Now the Thraki guy was just trying to catch up to him and kill him, right? Now another nitpick here: when he shot the Thraki guy with that arrow, especially from such a short distance, like, I get this budget and all that, but that thing should have shot through like a fucking bazooka, right? Through the body of that guy, right? And most of that fucking arrow should have got in to the next fucking wagon, right? It's if that thing's supposed to pierce through a fucking dragon, right, from a distance, what do you think it's gonna do from up close? I mean, seriously. All right, but that's nitpicking. That's it's a little petty to bring that up. But Bronn obviously takes that thing out, and I'm thinking to myself, the dragon's gonna die, because I predicted at least one dragon's gonna die before the season's over, right? And I thought, oh, the dragon's gonna die. Like, maybe the other two dragons are gonna show up, but at least one of them's gonna die, and I don't know if he's gonna die yet. I don't know. I know he got hit, but it'll probably recover. Who knows? Um, but Braun he missed the first time. What if the moment she saw, holy shit, they have a weapon that could fucking the moment in my opinion, she should have just flew away. All right, like the Lannisters are getting destroyed. Like they don't need the dragon anymore. All right, like you did your job. Like figure out what the fuck was just shot your way. That's what I say. Right, but no, she went at it head on. Like it's just like really. And then like the guys are standing there watching this, right? So you're seeing what Braun's doing. You saw what he just shot in the air, right? They're watching this with Tyrion, and they just stand there. Not only that, I saw dude Dothrakis on horses, riding right behind Braun. Like they were just riding right behind him. Like no big deal. Like what's? Can one of you get off your fucking horse, or one of you start running towards the fucking, that fucking machine that's shooting those arrows in the air? I mean, seriously. Just takes one of you to start just push him off of it. That's it, right? I mean, that's what I think. And if you go back and watch it, like 2 or 3 times, the Tharaki guy is like right behind him, riding a horse. Like it's. I'm just like, dude, can you like kill the dude that's trying to shoot your queen in the air? Like it's just that's. It's just an observation that I picked up. But shows, movies, okay. I mean, there's a fucking dragon in the movies, or the show that is. So what are you gonna do? She gets shot. I mean, she basically falls down, but or not fall down. Like the dragon kind of had enough in it to land properly, and it was still using its tail, destroyed a fucking wagon, and it's still a powerful thing. It's still it burned down the fucking that machine, right? And then Jamie decides, here's my fucking arrow. I'm gonna go kill this fucking bitch now, right? Which if you're in Jamie's shoes, and what do you got to lose at that point? No, fuck it. I think he should have thrown the arrow at her. But no, Jamie had to ride a horse, full steam ahead. He had to ride that horse, make it obvious that he's going right after her, so the dragon can fucking turn around. And then I don't know who it was, and I didn't bother going back to check, or maybe we're not even supposed to know, but somebody tackled, Jamie off of the horse right before he got hit by the fucking dragon fire. It probably was Braun, and they fall into the lake or whatever, and then the show ends. They show the previews where she's saying, I'm not here to murder, blah, 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 blah. I'm here to take what's mine. So we'll see what happens with that. And the dragon looked fine, too, in the preview. So it's probably going to recover. And that's that. Okay, now why didn't they use all 3 dragons here? I have no idea. My best guess is that those 2 other dragons were sent somewhere else. But then I don't know. Don't they need Daenerys to kind of show them around? I don't know. I don't know why the other 2 dragons, maybe budget reasons, but with 3 dragons, they would have destroyed that army. It's. Could you imagine one dragon's coming, boom, and all of a sudden from behind you another dragon, and then another dragon. Come on, man. You know they got dragons. You have a weapon to fight the dragon. How the hell could you not have somebody already ready? All right, there's a dragon. You know what to do, right? So, and a good episode though. Great episode. I enjoyed it. I did like the fact that she finally just said, all this strategy bullshit, fuck it, right? I'm tired of all this. Like, fuck this strategy. She did say something very telling, and it could be partially true. She said, "Hey, maybe you don't want maybe you're looking after your own here. Like maybe, your tactics are, weak because they're made to protect, your own. Like that's basically what she told Tyrion. And subconsciously, could that be true? Well, definitely. I mean, he doesn't want his brother Jamie dead. You know, if the Lannisters could live and they could surrender, he would prefer that. You know, he grew up around Lannisters his whole life. He is a Lannister, right? So there's always going to be, of course, he hates Cersei's guts, but there's always going to be like that, you know, like damn, that's my brother. Like you could even he was whispering in the back of his, like he was kind of whispering it, like don't do it, don't do it. He wanted Jamie to get the fuck out of there. Jamie didn't flee. You know, Jamie's been a warrior his whole life. He's gonna fight. But that is that, man. This is the Lannisters. They got destroyed here. They got fucking destroyed, right? This was an utter destruction. I don't know how much of the Lannister army this was, okay? But this was very, very devastating indeed, right? Okay, this was extremely devastating. I mean, they lost Castle Rock because now that turned into a positive, right? And now, I mean, Sully could start marching, towards King's Landing now. So she still has that fucking army over there. So they lost their reach now, the Lannisters. Cersei just sounds like all cocky and confident, but I don't know what the fuck she's going to do, to be honest. She's going to have something in the upper sleeve, but I don't know what that is, okay? And I think it's easy to win the war, but it's how Tyrion wants to win it that makes it hard, because he wants, as few people as possible to die, like it's fucking war, dude. you know and your sister is not going to just relinquish power, right? It's sometimes you're going to have to kill a lot of people to for the long run, all right, to rule, right? This is war. This is war, and that's it. They lost Dorne, they lost the Reach, they lost the Iron Islands, with this dumb strategy of we're going to kill as less people as possible, and we don't want to use the dragons. I know you have the dragons, but if you use the dragons, I mean, you're just going to burn everybody down, and we don't want that. You don't want to be the queen of the ashes. Like, no, you use the dragon so everybody knows what the fuck's up, because nobody wants to get burned alive, right? That way you stop the fucking rumors of, oh, come on, she doesn't really have dragons and blah 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 blah. Like, no, the dragons are real, and you just saw one, and look what the fuck it did, right? And that's it. I mean, as simple as that. So I don't know what's going to happen on the next episode. I think the Iron Bank is going to be. I don't know if she's still going to talk the Iron Bank into. I mean, Cersei might kill the fucker of the Iron Bank. Who fucking knows? Okay. I mean, she's probably going to have him killed like by the. He'll probably die. Who fucking knows? I don't know if Jamie was going to make it to King's Landing. I don't know what's going to happen with Jamie. They kind of have us in this. That they're not making it obvious at what exactly is going to happen, which is good. I like that. All right. I like that a lot. Well, guys, that's all I got to say. I really just want to give my thoughts about that. I don't think it's better than Battle of the Bastards, okay, like some people were saying, but that was Battle of the Bastards was so fucking amazing, right? Sure, there was no dragon and stuff, but it that was some intense shit from the moment his brother's killed to like John starts fucking going after them by himself, and falls off the horse, and then the fucking northern men on his side attack, and then with the wildlings, and then when they're losing and they're fucking squashing him in the middle, and John's running out of air, and then the guys from the Veil of Aaron show up with Littlefinger and Sansa and stuff, and save the day, and then he punches Ramsay in the face. I kind of wish Ramsay. And by the way, they didn't have dragons, but they had the giant though. Like the giant was fucking dudes up, right? But I kind of wish. The only thing I'll say is that I do wish that they had Jon Snow, okay, fight him, like have an actual duel with him, like a sword fight or something, against Ramsay, that is, or I just felt like a punch in the face and that's it. I mean, I remember Ramsay was fucking fighting the dudes from the Iron Islands when they fucking invaded his home. He went all at it with them. So I always found it weird how, it's why wouldn't he fight Jon Snow? I don't know. I felt like that should have happened, but it didn't. But yeah, I like that better, to be honest. I also put the episode, like, I don't know, man. I saw the Battle of Blackwater a couple weeks ago, and I still have that episode. It's still one of my favorites, with the dragon fire and all that, and the tactics behind that. That was awesome, right? With Stannis leading his army and his fleet and all that. Anyway, the next thing they got to do, man, like ASAP, is they got to burn down those Iron Island fucking ships, okay? Burn them all down. Just take a fucking dragon, find them, and burn all those fucking ships in the sea. All right, let them all fucking drown. Take away that fucking navy, like ASAP, okay? They got to do that ASAP. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. This is DStyle. I'm out.